Let's be real. It feels like there's a new AI buzzword every single day, right? You've got Gen AI, AI agents, Agentic AI. It's a lot to keep track of. But what if I told you there's a really simple way to see how all these pieces fit together? Well, today, that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna lay out a map, piece by piece, to really understand where AI is right now, and more importantly, where it's all heading.
So we've all seen AI do some pretty incredible things. It can write a killer email, compose a poem, even create a mind-blowing image from just a few words. But the real shift, the thing that's a total game changer, is this question right here. What happens when AI stops just creating things for us and actually starts doing things for us?
And this is our map for today. Now, I know it might look a little complex at first glance, but it's actually a pretty straightforward journey, layered one on top of the other. We're gonna start at the very bottom, at the foundation of intelligence, and build our way up, step by step, to see how we get to this future where AI systems can actually act on their own. So let's start at the very beginning, the AI foundation. Before an AI can do anything, it first has to know how to think, learn, and create. This first part is all about how it got those foundational skills. At the absolute bottom of it all, we have the original stuff, AI and machine learning. You should think of this as the bedrock, just like you see in the drawing. Its job is really simple, but incredibly powerful. To just sift through mountains and mountains of raw data, sales numbers, website clicks, all that, and spot the hidden patterns that help us make smarter business decisions. Building on top of that, we get a little more sophisticated with neural networks. This is where AI really starts to mimic the way a human brain is structured. And that's a huge deal, because it's what lets an AI go beyond simple data points and start recognizing really complex patterns in things like images or human speech, stuff that older algorithms just had no chance of figuring out. And all of that learning and pattern recognition brings us right up to the tech that everybody is talking about right now, generative AI. This is where the AI takes a massive creative leap. It's not just analyzing the data anymore, now it's creating something brand new, completely from scratch. Text, code, images, audio, you name it, it can generate it. Okay, so we've got an AI that can learn and an AI that can create. That's pretty cool. But right here is where our story takes a really sharp turn. This is the big leap from just making things to actually doing things in the real world. All right, this slide right here, this is the aha moment. It really cuts through all the noise. So on the left, you've got generative AI. Its job is to create content. It'll write that marketing email for you, no problem. But look at the right. An AI agent executes the task. It doesn't just write the email, it goes into your contact list, finds the right people, and actually sends it. That jump from creating to executing, well, that changes everything. So what really makes an AI agent tick? Honestly, it boils down to two key skills. The first one is goal decomposition, which is just a fancy way of saying it can take a big, vague goal, like plan our team offsite, and break it down into a concrete to-do list. The second skill is tool orchestration. This is where it actually uses all the digital tools it has, your calendar, your email, your web browser, to check off every single item on that list. It stops being just a writer and becomes a full-on project manager. So if a single AI agent is kind of like a skilled employee who can handle a project, what happens when you get a whole team of them working together, running an entire workflow? Well, that's the next major step up on our map, the autonomous feature, and it's powered by something called Agentic AI. Agentic AI is the very top of our pyramid. We're not talking about automating just one small task anymore. We are talking about automating an entire business process from the very beginning to the very end. And that phrase, end-to-end, that's the key. It means from the second a customer clicks buy, all the way to the moment a package lands on their doorstep. That whole process could be managed by AI. Let's make that real with a super simple example we can all relate to, automating an online return. So a customer fills out the return form online. Instantly, the agentic system kicks in. It verifies their purchase, checks it against the return policy to make sure it's eligible, then it connects to the courier system to automatically schedule a pickup. And as soon as the package is marked as returned, boom, the system processes the refund and updates your inventory levels. Multiple steps, talking to multiple different systems, all happening in one smooth, totally autonomous process. Now, a system that can do all of that on its own is obviously insanely powerful. And with that kind of power, you absolutely need control. That brings us to what is maybe the single most important layer in this entire thing, the governance and the guardrails.
Let's just jump back to our main map for a second. See this big layer wrapping around literally everything else? That's governance and oversight. And it's not some afterthought, it's the essential safety net for the whole system. It's how we, the people, make sure these incredibly powerful tools are operating safely and doing exactly what we intended them to do and nothing more.
So what do these guardrails actually look like in the real world? Well, it pretty much boils down to three super important ideas. First up, human-in-the-loop oversight. Basically, can a person jump in and hit the off switch if things go sideways? Crucial. Second, full system observability. This just means, can we see exactly what the AI is doing and why it's doing it? No black boxes. And third, and this is a big one, clear risk management constraints. Think of these as hard and fast rules, like never spend more than this amount of money, or don't contact these specific clients. These are the absolute no-go zones the AI can't cross without a human saying it's okay. So if there's one thing to take away, it's this. As we've walked through this entire journey from simple data crunching to these autonomous systems, the real evolution isn't just about expanding what AI can do, it's about getting much, much better at defining and guiding what it should do. And that really brings us to the final and most important question of all. As these agentic systems start to automate more and more of our world, we have to make some tough decisions. What parts of our work, what parts of our decision-making, our judgment, what should always, always remain human? What is genuinely irreplaceable? And that's the question I'll leave you with to think about. Thanks so much for joining me.